And when summer is over, we know we can grow our rainbow again next year. The end. Okay, my friends, so who can tell me at the beginning of the book, were the plants really, really big, and were they fully grown, and were they just these beautiful flowers, or were they just tiny seeds planted in the ground? Yes, Hannah? Yep, they were tiny seeds. You were exactly right. They were just planted in the ground. They weren't fully big. Now, who can tell me, what does a flower need in order to survive? Yes, Bryn? Yep, exactly. You're right. A flower needs water, air, and sunlight. You are exactly right. Okay, my friends, so today we are going to do an activity where you get to show me the steps in which a flower grows. I'm going to show you what to do first, but then after, you are going to do the same thing as me and then hand it in to the pink bucket when you're done, okay? So, you're gonna pick up a paper at the back table, and you're going to get a pair of scissors and glue, and you're gonna go back to your seat carefully, quietly, walking feet, and you are going to then cut out these 4 little boxes that have the dotted line around it, okay? We are not cutting the top half, just the dotted line, okay? So, you're gonna grab your scissors. First, make sure you write your name on it, okay? So I'm gonna write Miss Katie on mine. Okay, alrighty. So remember, just on the dotted line. We are not cutting out the top half. Alrighty. And it's okay if you cut off part of the line above that. As long as you have the numbers, you're okay. You're okay. Alrighty. Get my things out. Alright, so we're gonna do this together, my friends. So, I want you to tell me what order these 4 little pictures, if I can hold them up, what these 4 little pictures, I don't have enough hands for this activity, what order these should go in, okay? So our first picture, we have a little tiny plant, little tiny seed, okay? And then we have our next picture, we have this little flower, this little guy. This little flower is pretty big compared to this one. So I'm curious to know if there's gonna be a step in between these two, okay? And then we have our fully grown flower. And then we have this little guy that just shows the leaves, okay? So who can tell me, do you think that we should start with this picture? Do you think this comes first? No. This does not come first. If anything, this is the last. Yep, you are right. This goes at the very end, Bryn. You are exactly right. Why? Because it has all of its leaves. Yep, it has the flower and the petal. Very good. Okay, so we know that this is going to be the last picture. So we're gonna put that in our box number 4, okay? So now we're left to these 3 pictures. So who can tell me, there we go. Who can tell me what picture do they think should go in what box next? Yes, Hannah. The tiny one? You think the tiny one goes first? Alrighty. Yep, no, you're right. You are definitely right. Hannah has a good point because this one goes first because it's tiny. It is the smallest one compared to this one. This one has a couple more leaves on it. This one does not. And this one has a lot more leaves. Yep, you are right, Negan. This one has a lot more leaves compared to the other 2. Very good. So we know that this one is going to go in box number 1. Okay, so we're gonna lay that flat. We're not gluing anything yet, boys and girls. We are not gluing anything yet. All right, now we are down to our last 2 pictures. So we have this one that has 2 leaves, and then we have this one that has 3 leaves. These 2 can be a little tricky. Who thinks they have the answer? Yes, Meadow. You think that this one should go in box number 3? And why do you think that? Yep, no, you are right. Because this one has not many leaves on it. This one has more leaves, and it has like a flower. The flower is starting to sprout. Yep, so that one goes in box number 3. And the only box that we have left, my friends, is box number 2. And therefore, this one goes in box number 2. Yep. All right, now, my friends, here's what you're gonna do. Once you lay out all of your pieces, then you get your glue stick, and then you can glue things down, okay? So I'm not gonna glue this down, okay? I'm not gonna glue it down, but that's what you guys will do, okay? All right, and then when you are done, I would like you to hand this into the pink basket. Make sure your name is on it, and then you will get those back later on in the week, okay? All right, on the count of 3, walk like a penguin back to the back table, quietly. 1, 2, 3.